The year was 2020, and many students were in the same routine that they had been in for years, going to class, listening to their teacher, and taking exams. However, in the early part of March, this would all change. Due to the coronavirus pandemic, schools had become empty and social gatherings had come to a halt. New ways of learning became a necessity, and students looked to digital technology to continue their education. Some examples of this technology are apps like Zoom and Google Meet. With these apps, students were able to meet with their classmates online as they tried to make the most out of an unusual situation. With any new situation, there comes challenges to adapting to that new life. Internet problems and technology glitches had caused students and teachers to become frustrated. Along with these issues, students had to ignore any temptation to grab a snack, play a game, or chat with their family members. Due to these factors and an ongoing pandemic, students' mental health declined. In this chart, we could see that both males and females had worse mental health and physical health during the pandemic. Many students lacked motivation, and having to do well in school while accepting all these changes felt like a lost cause. Parents were also affected by this new way of learning. For those with young children, parents had to help set up their meetings and help them with schoolwork, while also working from home themselves. A study found that teachers and parents both agreed that the students were bored, could not focus on the lesson, were delayed in learning, acted reluctantly, did not care, and had problems with the course material supply and the educational activities during the distance education process. As the world began to reopen, everybody seemed to have a better morale. Students were finally able to start attending classes again, and they felt a little normalcy. Students began to become more engaged, teachers felt like they had control again, and parents no longer had to assist their children in school. Although things were almost back to normal, the new ways of learning in the pandemic were still relevant. The pandemic opened a gateway for technology to enter into the classroom. Students from kindergarten all the way to college now have online textbooks and are given assignments via digital devices. 2020 was a hard time for all of us, but there were important lessons that we learned. One being that technology has an amazing way of keeping us connected. Let us continue to welcome new ways of learning. Maybe the coronavirus pandemic had some positives after all.